Aloha kåkou, it's DJ Kano, and we're playing some Division 2. It's been a little bit since my last video. I've been a little bit busy, but finally I'm going to put this build video together because, well, I said I was going to in the last video, so I should do it now. Alright, let's take a look at what we got here. This is a slightly different version of the build that I showed you on the last video, but it's basically the same thing, same ideas, same principles behind it, and what it's doing is it's utilizing 4 pieces Negotiator's Dilemma and this very special vest, which if you don't have this vest, I recommend you try to go and get one. It's not that easy to get this vest in terms of getting good rolls. If you're crafting tables, RNG is very good. You'll be able to get a decent one. But anyway, what this does, I'm not even going to attempt to say it. The letter V vest, the Petrov vest, is right down here. Perfect braced. The talent gives you weapon handling, 50% weapon handling just by being in cover. And that is significant. It probably is like, well, who wants weapon handling? You know, some people might say, well, weapon handling gives you an unknown percentage based on what I could find on the internet of it gives you stability, it gives you accuracy, it gives you reload speed, and it gives you one more thing. What was it again? Reload speed and not rate of fire. It's not rate of fire. It's one other thing that I can't think of at the moment. I'm going to try to remember it. But in the meantime, I'll show you where the vest is. It's here at the crafting station. You just go to chests. If you have the blueprint, it should be right over here. If you don't have the blueprint, like any other blueprint, I believe, you should be getting them from doing the special things like control points. They got to be challenging or higher. And I think it might be from doing certain missions, but I know for sure it's going to be control points. This is your incentive for doing control points, challenging or higher, so that you can get a lot of these blueprints. So anyway, this is the blueprint right here, the V vest. Somebody can tell me for sure. I'm not sure because I've never really paid that close attention or looked this up. But if you are watching this and you can tell me with certainty how the blueprints drop, to my knowledge, if I'm incorrect, let me know. To my knowledge, the blueprints will drop at random, right? So you just do a random control point or whatever, challenging and higher, and you'll get a blueprint drop to you. It's not like I can go hunting for this blueprint specifically. So I think that when you look at, you go to your map, there should be, if you hover over like a control point or something, it tells you what your your rewards are on the left. And I think that blueprints are one of those rewards. I have all my blueprints, so it's not going to show up there. But anything that you do, honestly, anything, control points, let's see, invaded, right? Invaded will show it to you too. So rewards, you have a named item, you have equipment items, and so forth. So for the special event stuff, it'll tell you what kind of what type of rewards you get depending on the mission that you're doing or the activity that you're doing. So pay attention to those rewards. Those are kind of important. All right. So anyway, coming back to the vest, that's where you can get the vest. It's actually quite simple. You get that from crafting it right here. Your odds are going to be slim to get all the rolls that you want necessarily. I wanted it to be all red because that's what I run with my my build. I like as a DPS build. It doesn't hit as hard as a standard DPS build, but that's not the point. The point is I want to be able to hit as hard as I can, and it's just boosting up the Pestilence here. So no one would ever think that the Pestilence would be a usable gun, and I was one of those people. But I promise you, the increase in reload speed is what makes the Pestilence usable again for me. All right, so let's take a look here, and we'll just go to the station. All right, so if I'm not in cover, this is the Pestilence will just shoot normally, right? So like that. But then when I reload, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, roughly 4 to 5 seconds, right? So if I come down here and shoot, now that I'm in cover, okay, reload, 1, 2, so that's about 2.5, 3 seconds, right? So it seems like, well, it's only shaving off a second, but look how much quicker that was. I can actually get back into action. There are other guns that reload just as slow, you know? It doesn't make the Pestilence stand out as much as a slow reloading weapon. It makes a big difference. I can get back and shoot already. Okay. Okay, so let me test out one other theory here. All right, so my theory was, if I shoot this guy here and he's stacked up with a pestilence, and this guy needs to be negotiated. Are they both taking damage? Well, they're both suffering from the pestilence. It's hard to tell, because the idea is that if they're negotiated, you see the red icon. If they're negotiated, I want to be able to see that the pestilence tag is actually taking away health by being negotiated. And it does look like it is. Okay, so did you see that? Let me try one more time. So I couldn't tell in the open world when it's actually really busy and it's crazy and stuff. But you can actually tell that when I'm not shooting the other target. So if I fill out all the pestilence here and then I tag this one, I'm not shooting this target that I'm aiming at, right? But his health is ticking. His armor bar is ticking. It's not a lot, but it's ticking. Partly because he's also got the pestilence tick on him too, so it's really hard to tell. But I would like to believe that they are actually both losing health because of the pestilence. I could be wrong. It's probably because they're both suffering the effects of me tagging them with the pestilence. But still, whether or not the pestilence is doing additive damage to each tagged person, I still am tagging a lot. And it's a tagging gun. The point of the gun is not to do quick DPS. It's to tag a bunch of people, get them filled up with the pestilence, and then as the red ones die, right, you see the pestilence tag will load up. So this guy is all full with pestilence right there. Then he passes it on, then he passes it on, then he passes it on. And as I'm tagging and shooting multiple people, why not have negotiators? So it's a slow burn build, right? But it's a weapon-based build. So it's not like most other weapon-based builds where it's just straight DPS. So why did I put this together? Well, because I wanted to believe and hope that that's exactly how it would work. The pestilence, when someone's tagged, they're actually losing some health. That may not be the case here. That may not be how the buffs stack and work. But bottom line is, when I tag using the pestilence, I'm also tagging at the same time with negotiators. So it is giving me that slow kill burn, and I can just stay in cover. It's encouraging me to stay in cover because, one, I'm not doing quick DPS, right? So I can't be standing up the whole time. I'm going to get killed. I'm wearing an all red build. So I want to be in cover, and I'm getting rewarded by being in cover because I have that the Petrov vest. So that vest gives me the 50% weapon handling. So it's kind of just, bonuses working together. Like, because I'm already going to be in cover for this, well, how about I stay in cover because of that? Like, that's the kind of principle that I'm putting to this and how I like to build my builds. When I do one action, I'm getting multiple benefits, basically. So that's what I recommend if you're building a build too. Try to get the most out of the actions that you're doing. So if it's a rusher build, do I get bonuses for being up close and personal? For example, Hunter's Fury gives you bonuses for that. So does Intimidate, and so does Adrenaline Rush. So a pretty standard build a lot of guys will run if they're doing up close and personal damage would be a Hunter's Fury, Adrenaline Rush, and Intimidate. I don't know that many people use it anymore, but I'll tell you that people did use it at a time because you're getting multiple benefits for doing the same action, which is being up close and personal. So just an example of how you may want to look at your builds if you're not putting your builds together that way. All right, so let's just go take these guys out. Let me show you how the build works and how it reacts on heroic. I like to have a decoy so that I have time to actually start building some stacks. Okay, I got one kill. He's already passing on the pestilence right there. Okay, so my stability is much nicer with this vest. And I can just watch them die. Get out of my way, bleed car. Yep. Nice try, buddy. Okay, watching my health. Okay, so they're both got pestilence. They're both tagged a little bit. I'm going to throw out my decoy again. Okay, so other guy's still tagged. I'm gonna tag this guy now. Okay, try to keep the pestilence and the negotiator tag up. Okay, so that negotiator's worked. The guy in front died, and now she's just gonna slowly die from the pestilence. See, I'll keep that tag up so that she uses it, and there it goes. So what I would use this build for, I recommend this build for open world stuff, things that you have guys running around everywhere, where you don't want to chase everybody down. I do recommend this for that. So things like control points, and it's great for soloing. I do recommend this as a decent solo build because as they scatter, tag, 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 and you just let the pestilence and the negotiators do the work for you. I may have to do another video with this, clearing out a control point. I'll just do a gameplay video later on. But basically, that's it for the build. Let's look at it one more time. So I'm running Coyotes because it gives me my crits. It's good to run in a group, especially if you're doing this in a group too, if you have the Coyotes. If you're not running in a group, you can go ahead and wear, whatever other you want to wear. Like, let's see, like Hollow Man would be okay because you get the health damage. That might be nice. Anything else? Just anything else that would be damage oriented, so make like a grupo mask if you don't have the Coyotes or you don't want to run a Coyotes, but you get the crit benefits from the pack instincts if you run it with a group. Pestilence, like I said, I'm just running the shield splinter. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying a different gun. You can try any other gun you want over here. Maybe another slow reloading gun if you want, something that would be something you've never tried before and you don't want to use it because like, oh man, the thing shoots so slow. The other gun that you should use with this chest piece, the shining thing on this build is this chest piece. You should try using this with the Merciless. I had an old build with that. I'm going to try to make a new one and maybe bring that one back and show you how straight the Merciless will shoot with this. Yes, I know people are like, wait, hold on. Did you just tell me to use the Merciless? No one ever uses that thing. Well, it doesn't do the most damage, I'll be honest with you, but being that no one uses it, it's a fun gun to get used to, especially with that explosive damage after hitting 5 consecutive double shots. But the Merciless is very nice with this as well. So Pestilence, I'm running Gunner just for the more ammunition. And then Decoy, like I said, Reviver Hive, I like to have my Reviver and open world stuff when I run solo, especially if I'm running an all-red build. And that is basically it. Good luck. Hopefully this helps some of you that are running solo, or just, if you have a chance to run and you want to do something different, then check it out. See if you can put this together. It's relatively easy to farm. Negotiators, like I said, grupo mask if you don't have a Coyotes, and then just go to the crafting station and hope you get those rolls. All right, guys, until next time, shoots.